So I thought I was live, but I wasn't. Let's see. Hi, Jumpin' Jupiter. I literally was sitting here thinking there was no one here, and my feed just wasn't working. Unbelievable. So, how are you? How are you? So just wait for some more people to filter in. I'm going to put up my Hi, Sue. Put up my card screen. So I am still sick with this stupid cold. It is just a stupid cold. It's not anything more serious, but I'm still stuck with it. So I don't know. Did anybody watch the oh, I'm looking better. Thank you. I have better lighting today. The light's still kind of like going in and out. So a friend of mine is supposed to come in as a guest. I just texted him to see if he's going to come in, and I believe I can get him on screen. I don't know if he's definitely coming or not. So we can, hi Penny, we can kick off with viewer's choice. We could do the Daryl Brooks verdict. What a disaster that dude is. I'm just saying. We can see what his future husband is going to be like. I'm sorry, I slurped my tea again. It's really hot though. So I got a bunch of decks. This is pre-Halloween. You know, I did want to do, I know you guys know I don't ever do true crime, but I was going to do a Martha Moxley reading. I don't know if you guys would like to hear a Martha Moxley reading. Oh, wait a minute. Holy crow. So word is Charles won't remove titles, but will add others to his list of people who take over in the event he is ill. So that's kind of cool. All right. Yeah, I heard there's like some hot news going on with there's going to be some kind of an announcement coming up. So we can take a look at that. I want everyone to say hello to Mr. Vietnam. Give him a nice warm welcome. Yet another friend of mine. So while everybody's filtering in, let's take a look. What is Charles going to change the line of responsibility? We'll call it that. We'll call it that for today. But remember, guys, today's your readings, whatever you guys want. You know, it can be celebrity stuff, it can be personal stuff, it can be whatever you want. So Toa, Tom did not show up yet. I just texted him. I don't know if he's having trouble getting in through the green room or what, but we'll see. I think I get a pop-up when he shows up. So is Charles going to change the line of responsibility in the event he gets ill? Good. I got some different decks for today. Oh. Lovers, death in reverse. Okay, so we're kind of stuck here. Judgment in reverse. All right, y'all aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say. So, lovers in reverse. We have the separation between the Sussex, the Americans, and the new Americans, and the royal family. So there's going to be definitely a departure between the two factions, let's just call it that. But he can't actually get rid of those titles. There's something that's holding him back. We can clarify that with some other cards. Judgment card is that to remove those titles, someone is saying that would be very wrong. And I always get Catherine with that Queen of Cups. Like, I think she's the one that's saying, none of you realize how exposed both of them will be. I do, because I actually was a civilian at one point and had to deal with that. So that's very interesting that if it is her that's holding it back, wow, what a huge heart she has. We have justice in reverse here. We have judgment and justice in reverse. So this would be an ill judgment for to pull the titles and to pull that away from them would be an ill judgment. So what is this death card? What is the thing that's holding Charles back? Is it the Queen of Cups? Let's see if it's the Queen of Cups here, who would be our Catherine card. Yes, Catherine wants to keep things very nice at home. She wants the royal family to do everything that is right, despite the public saying these people are terrible, they're a bad face for the royal family. Despite all, I think Catherine is the one who's really saying we need to just toe the line and do all the right things here. I think that's and I think that altruism, that family altruism is really what she wants the rest of the world to see, and what the royal family can't quite see because they're too invested because they're family members. Pretty cool. While it is not a show of force, which is our Ace of Wands here, this is our show of force. This is being showy, being very upfront and nonplussed and not holding back that kind of power. She says, we can do this in a very subtle manner. We can be kind and still keep our walls built between them. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I tried to stay away from the royal readings all week. I just really did. So I think I teased you guys. I did a reading on Tuesday and then I pulled it back. I did a reading on Dylan Mulvaney, and it was just a positive reading for Dylan Mulvaney. And I may repost it. There was so much backlash from the Ulta thing. And if you don't know who Dylan Mulvaney is, he is the actor, singer. He's got she has an amazing voice. I apologize. And she is transitioning and did the day in the life of the girl. Day one of being a girl, I'm doing this. Day 66 is hilarious because she is out in the wilderness. And actually falls over, and so funny. Hiking heels, I die. But I pulled it. I may repost it. I just wanted to go back and make sure that I was as polite as possible. So yeah, but there was a lot of blowback. Like everybody was talking about it because there was just the Ulta interview was not great. I guess from other people's perspective, I thought it was fine, whatever. But nonetheless, so I may post that. So, all right, so let's see what we've got. Hi, Ireland. Hi. Good to see you here. So I want to be wrong. And he does say, yeah, oh, and Sue, why does the UK? Well, let's take a look at that. Let's see. Why does the UK need royals? What's Parliament's perspective on this? Why does the United Kingdom need royals? As I'm drinking my Yorkshire red tea. Oh, that was so good. It is so good. It was a suggestion from a viewer, and it's the most delicious tea I've ever had in my whole life. So why does Parliament think that we do need a royal family? What's the positive here? So the positive here, and we'll do a heart of the matter for this and under the surface. Heart of the matter. Under the surface. You guys see those cards okay? So the Wheel of Fortune is about goodwill and good fortune and magic to a certain extent. having the magician card as the heart of the matter card upside down tells me that there's very little magic in the world. There is very little wonder. And I saw there was a comedian that did this bit, and he said, like before the internet, like there's always this sense of wonder and like kind of finding out things. And like the thing that he posited, which I love Tom Petty. I loved Tom Petty. He said, where you're hanging out with your friends and you start talking and where's Tom Petty from? And I don't know, where's Tom Petty from? And you have to like go to like look in like 5 or 10 different magazines and talk to like 8 of your buddies before you find out Tom Petty lives in Florida, or was from Florida. He grew up in Florida. He goes, now you just go on the internet and you find it out. There's no sense of wonderment. Like the world is at your fingertips. You can find out anything. So, the magic, like the real life Disney magic of the royal family, that accident of birth, the chance of becoming that princess that's picked or the prince that's picked, that's really absent in the world in everyday life. Am I right? Like, here I am, I'm in my basement for the last 12 hours. I'm in my basement still. I have a cold. I am wearing my fancy robe though. I promised that I would wear another fancy robe tonight. I got a fancy robe, fancy kimono robe. So that sense of wonderment that's not in the world, Parliament said that's really something that is unique and dubious and distinct to the British royal family. And they are so upfront. They are the most prominent royal family. It is something we need. With the absence of that, we get into our 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles, if you remember from every other reading I talk about, this is the mendicants that get rid of everything to get closer to God, that get closer to their spirituality. Getting rid of all of this, emptying the cup, getting rid of the royal family winds up losing the panache, losing this fun, fiery, interesting thing that Great Britain has. We wind up losing that. So they don't want to give that up because it's going to disappear. And what is the option after that? Where do we go from here? Okay, now that all the children are grown up, little Alan Parsons project for y'all. There's nowhere to go. We have our 2 of Wands in reverse. It's not moving forward. It's like, all right, so what do we do now? We have this family, and do we get rid of them like the Russians did? Do we get rid of them like the French did, or do we just kind of let them do whatever they want? And it's always sitting around there. There would be the heart of the nation, the heart of Great Britain really would kind of crumble and fall apart. Under the surface, everyone knows this. This is our secrets revealed with our high priestess. And everyone knows this. Everyone knows that, what's the point of touring the castles of Great Britain if there's no kings or queens anywhere? What's the point? What's the point if there's no magic there? So that's really a big part of it. And of course, there's an economic factor. They do bring in tourism. I'm sorry, I know this is a whole hot debate, but they do bring in tourism. When I was in London for 6 weeks when I was at university, and I was like, show me a castle, show me another castle. Oh, I want to see another castle. I want to go to the Cheshire Cheese. I want to go to, there's all sorts of cool places that you can go, and they all have some kind of historical royal connection. So, we really want to maintain that. And Sunny Girl, I agree. When Will and Kate got married, the Prince and Princess of Wales, when they got married, I woke my daughter up and we had fancy pajamas and we had tea and it was a crazy early in the morning. And, it's something that she remembers. She was little when that happened. So let me see. All right, I got new here. May I have a reading if drawn to? But I have that like 3 times. So I don't know if you're the same person, but I will absolutely do it. So Facebook user number 1, I'm going to hit you up. Oh, and if Facebook doesn't have a share option on there? Huh. I have, there's a Facebook page and there's a Facebook group. And I think the page you can share from, but I appreciate you trying to. Good on you. So, oh, and I did not put up a banner. I put up a banner. There we go. And we're back on here. All right. So you can make a contribution if you are so inclined. You can also do super chat, super stickers, and super thanks when this video is on the replay. So let's see. Facebook user. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, baby doll. What do you need to know today? What do you need to know today? Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, so this is neat. Okay. So, advice for you. First things, there's this attitude of like when I went to a new high school, one of the gals, I'm still friends with her. She said, you walked in, I had a mohawk and I was all dressed crazy. It was the 80s and it was punk rock. And I walked in, she was like, you walked in that room, 0 Fs, 0. She was like, you did not care one bit. That's the attitude that you should have here. Okay. Walk tall, walk proud. Just you are going to move forward into whatever you want to. Now, the key to this is to just move, not to act. I know that's kind of weird advice because the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Swords tells us it's time for rest and recovery. So this is really about kind of, I don't want to say shirking your responsibilities or giving up your responsibilities, but it's really about just kind of chilling out for a little while. And I'm just putting my markers here. Sorry, guys. It's just about chilling out for a little while and like maybe taking your foot off the gas. I'm not going to tell you to like quit your job or anything like that, but I do want you to really take your time and stop and smell the flowers. Go on the adventure. Be the adventure. What you'll find is clarity through that. And that is going to lead you to a very happy place. So really, you need to take a breather right now and replenish. This is also a replenishment card where you have to rest, recover, get your act back together. And a lot of the time when we have heavy decisions or heavy projects that we have to go through, sometimes you have to get up and walk away from it. If Toa is still on here, Toa, look at what I got here. Oh, my good pal Toa that's on here actually got me this because I'm an animal and some days I just put my foot down on the gas and go. So, so it's really important to take those moments where you just rest and recover and you get out of the situation and you'll gain some clarity or gain some perspective, or that's the medicine that you needed to get through the day, get through another day. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that made some sense to you. So hi, Tricky Nikki, I see you there, sweetie pie. And I don't know if this is another Facebook user, but let's see. Oh, there's the Sloppy Shuffle. Fortune Cookies Tarot is the home of the Sloppy Shuffle. I sloppy shuffle all the time. It's probably because my hands are riddled with arthritis. They are. I was a gymnast when I was a kid, and I play the cello. I don't play the cello anymore, and I have arthritis pretty much everywhere. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Best medicine for that, motion is the lotion. Keep moving. I think we're going to do some pick a card stuff tonight too, guys. All right. So, Facebook user with the red heart. So, there's something that you're doing that's not working correctly. You're working diligently at either a skill or school or something like that. possibly a work project. I'm getting the sense that this is school. This is like education based. And you're going about it the wrong way. It's almost like you're overstudying and you're getting into vapor lock. So, that is a technique that does not work for everybody. Sometimes, overstudying just kind of puts us into a place where we really can't. I have a feeling this is the same person that I just read for. The overstudy thing will get you into a place where you just get confused and now you're not master of the craft. So, I would say circle back and kind of formulate a new plan for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, because the way that you're heading, you're just going to kind of overdo it, and you're not going to absorb the information. So I don't know if that resonated with you. I think you're the same person. I'm just saying, I think it is. Ba, ba, ba. Young psychic. Since you're young psychic, I am going to read with a very special deck. We're going to put these guys here. So, and this, if you're new here, you don't know about this deck. So this is, I collect a lot of decks. And welcome to the world of psychics. Make sure you do your grounding. Make sure you do your protection work before you start doing any kind of magical work. I always use my selenite, cast a circle before I start, bring some white light down, make sure that I'm not getting messages that are inappropriate or not helpful. And then I close that circle and ground myself. I usually go outside and put my feet on the ground. So rain or shine, snow, warm, I go out there, I put my feet on the ground, especially if I get like a super heavy reading. So, young psychic, what do you need to know about your psychic journey? So, this was a deck that actually was lost in my storage unit, and I wanted to find it and I couldn't find it, and I said I'll just go and buy another deck, and it's Ellen Cannon Reed's Witches Tarot, and then I quickly found out on eBay that the deck is worth like $510,000. So I never pulled apart a storage unit faster in my whole life, and I did find it, and I'm very happy, and I keep her very safe now. So, what do you need to know on your journey? What do you need to know on your journey? Ooh. Nudity in this deck. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't using it on the reg. So, messages for you, honey bunny. Patience. So the strength card over here is a lot of patience. You need to bide your time, take your time. Magical things, your magical journey, your development of your psychic skills, they will come and go. I know there are certain times that I'm under a lot of stress and I'm dealing with some terrestrial stuff. If you're new to the channel, I always talk about being energetic, being like that form of energy that we actually are inside the meat puppet, or being very terrestrial. So, I get upset that my husband doesn't make the bed every day, like that's a very terrestrial thing. But he loves me very much, and that's not a big deal. So you kind of have to let those things go. So, there are terrestrial things that will affect your psychic journey. They will interfere with your psychic ability. The main things, you have to be patient with letting it come in. So, you may get nice impressions and good impressions when you're younger and when you're just starting out. Sometimes things will scare you. I had one reading that I had done when I was younger that did scare me. I kept hearing a popping sound, and I didn't know who the guy was. And he was a friend of a friend, and he wound up being shot like a few weeks later. And I thought it was my ear. I thought it was during the summer, and I thought I had water in my ear, but I kept hearing this popping sound, and he wound up getting shot, and he died, and it was a little alarming. But it's those kinds of things, like, you have to really embrace that, and that's part of your whole grounding and your protective circle that you're going to create, so that you don't have those kinds of experiences before you're ready for them. Having a handle on your emotions is a big part of this. You're going to do readings where there's things that you don't want to tell people. There's going to be that's one of the things that I always do. I like, especially with like the Harry and Meghan readings and like all this negativity. I really try and find like a positive pathway out of it. And when I teach my class in tarot, there's one girl that I was teaching, and she said, um, every time I throw cards, like, I feel like it's so negative. I feel like it's so negative. And I'm like, if you find negative things, you have to find the solutions to them. And that's really what being, a psychic, tarot counselor, card reader, consult, it really, it's about getting people into a better place. I don't want to tell somebody's crappy future. I really want to tell them how to avoid the crappy future. And that's something that some of the uninitiated really don't understand, because they think that, I can sit down and I could just say, oh, this is what's going to happen next week. Ooh. And really, that's not what's going on. Really, what we're doing is we're seeing possibilities. We're seeing things that could happen. And we help people either sidestep them. If something bad has happened in the past, we can help them understand why they had to go through that process and why they had to go through that lesson. It really is about that. It's not about like, oh, the lottery numbers for tonight, and I know it's 700 million. I'm going to get tickets too. I will bust out my pendulum and try and get some numbers again. I know Alicia and I did it the one time. But you really have to get control of your emotions, understand how you're doing this. You're not a soothsayer. You're not telling the future. You're going to help people soften a negative situation, or find their way out of a trickier situation, or help them make a decision. That's really how, psychic counselors like me work. So I don't know if that's the direction you're going in, but this definitely says, be patient with yourself, let those skills develop. If you hit brick walls, what you should do is kind of empty your cup and make sure that you're reaching out to the correct resources. There's so many magical resources now that it's really kind of overwhelming at times. Like, there's I talked to one reader who has a course that's like $1,800. I was like, oh my God, like, really? $1,800? Like, that that seemed like a lot of money. And then I talked to, somebody else, and they have a $20 course on Etsy. You can jump in, or it's one of those apps where it's like App U or something, like, where you can take classes. I teach, my classes are, somewhere in the middle of that. So, but it's sometimes you'll get in to a certain school of thought, and it won't exactly resonate with you, and you'll be like, oh, I don't get this. Like, when I first started reading, I got the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck, or Thoth Tarot deck. People say it differently. And I just couldn't really read without like getting a headache with it. It was very intense. There was a lot of information in it. So, sometimes you'll find a deck that maybe isn't working with you, or maybe you'll find a medium that's not really working for you. I have been my whole life trying to learn how to scry, and I finally have a crystal ball that I'm happy with, and I'm going to scry with that. Now, part of my problem is that I'm just not a calm person. I'm not a great meditator. I do my best meditating when I'm active. So, that's something that just doesn't work for me. So, so that's my advice to you. Is, I know that was like kind of a long-winded advisement, but be patient, do your protection rituals. Make sure you do that. And if you'd like, you can reach out to me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. I do some coaching. I'm more than happy to coach you and kind of get you from A to B. I'll give you some book resources, whatever you need. So there it is. So I don't know. I'm going to assume that this is the same Facebook user. I'm just going to assume that. I don't know if it is. Sunny girl. It's odd to me that for so many years the monarch was run by earth signs and now it'll be run by water for many years ahead. Right? I think that that's very interesting too. And I think it's going to bring us back to a more of a focus on the family. That's really what I think is going to happen. Let's take a look. If that's how this is going to work. I'm going to move my Housewives Tarot over here. I got a lot going on this desk, guys. I actually, I'll tell you, usually I'm better set up, but right before we started, I was making a cup of tea for Elle and I, and one of our shelves fell down in the kitchen, and I don't think it was anything paranormal, but I think it was just too much pasta in the basket. So let's see, what is the royal family going to be like, ruled by water signs? Now, I think that Scorpios are much different from Cancers. So Charles is a Scorpio, isn't he? Isn't he Scorpio? So you guys, I don't have Gregopedia here, so you guys can fact check me on that. So what is the royal family going to be like, ruled by water signs? There's those mendicants again. They're going to cut the fat. They're going to cut the fat. Cut the fat, cut the shit. Did I say cut the shit? I did. There's a 3 cups that popped out. So this is definitely going to be a tighter, more, I don't want to say cloistered, but it really does feel more cloistered. A royal family where there's much more glitter and mystery around them. We'll see them out. It's not like, they're just going to be kind of like going by in like a crazy, caravan with curtains on it. But we're going to see them. They're gonna cut a lot of fat. We're not going to see, all this craziness with cousins and whatnot. Hang on, just a phase. Got to drink some tea. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. That's the best tea. So that is going to free them up. And this is going to be a weird thing, because the moon card is also, it's our watery card. It's our mystery card. They're going to be more present, but more private. It's a very, very cool kind of balance that they're going to do here. Very human. I think they're going to utilize a great deal of social media. I think there's going to be this presence of the family on social media. We're going to get like drips and drabs, like the photos that Catherine had taken of the children when they built the garden in the back, that sustainable garden with the teepee and the swing and the little thing over the brook, bridge. I'm trying to say the word bridge, didn't work. So we're going to see that, but it's going to, the gold dress that Catherine wore, that's the royal family that we're going to get out and about. We're going to see really big, punchy events like that. We're going to bring that glamour back. The investment is going to be in this immediate family. So we're going to see really, really glittery, glamorous stuff. Boy, Meghan Markle's going to be sorry that she left, because it's going to be super glamorous. When they go out, they're going to dial it up big time. So that's kind of what I see. So yeah, they're going to be, Facebook user, no, I cannot see your names. You have to register with StreamYard, but you can put your name in the comment. You don't have to register at StreamYard. So, Marsha. Hi, Marsha. Okay. My name shows on here. This is the first time I've asked. It's not showing my name. I just flipped a card in here, guys. We can't do cards backwards. All right, Marcia, here we go. Sloppy shuffle. Jumping Jupiter, you take a drink every time I sloppy shuffle. All right, Marcia, decisions about the future and moving forward or travel. Are you trying to make a decision about traveling someplace? Because our Three of Wands is our travel card. That's I'm going somewhere, I'm leaving on a jet plane, I've got to get out of here. And the Two of Swords is about decisions, and the Two of Pentacles is again about decisions, making decisions about how that travel is going to happen. So I think you're trying to make a decision about where to go, how to get there, and which choice to make, which is kind of cool. So that, let's see, is it about travel? Is it about travel, or is this a decision to move? One or the other. It's one or the other. One of these kids is not like the other one. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's about taking back your power and moving forward. So I think this is about moving forward in your life, not about taking a vacation. I'm going to go out there on a limb, and please comment back in the comments if I'm hitting it right. I want to know if my skills are on point. I am a psychic, but I'm not perfect. So that's what I think we have there. And remember, guys, if you want a reading, I would love a donation. Buy me a cup of tea, buy me a tarot deck, whatever you want to do. No pressure. You don't have to, but sure would be nice. All right. So my name shows here. Oh, thanks, Nikki. Oh, yes, you do need rest and recover. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm hitting it right. So yeah, Jumping Jupiter. You guys you can take a drink every time I say every time I sloppy shuffle. Maybe that's how this goes. So when I was watching it was before the closing arguments of the Daryl Brooks thing. He kept saying unlawful law, and I actually, my nephew is an attorney, and I texted him and I was like, I think I want to take a shot every time he says unlawful law. But it was during the day. Couldn't do that. So, oh, Marcia. Oh, okay, Marcia. I think I read like 10 different times for you. Celtic Rune just showed up. Howdy do. Howdy do. Oh, goody. All right, so this person, I don't know if I read for you yet. If I didn't, put another comment down there. Wait, you read for myself? Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. And then I read for Marcia. Okay. All right. So I hope I did the right thing. Anthrodite does fall. Okay. I don't know who Anthrodite is. It sounds like a dinosaur. Crazy stuff. All right, Michaela. I don't know if I read for you, Michaela. I hope I did. I think I did. I don't know. You're taking a nutritional class and acing it, but 3 times I took anatomy class and failed. I can't pass it for the life of me. Okay, so let's see. Facebook users, just when you comment up there, just put your name on there so like I can keep track of you, because you all look the same right now in your little Facebook thing. It says Facebook user. All right, so what do you need to? I think this was the one that I told you need to like take a rest. Number one thing you need, goofy cards. Page of Wands, go back to the beginning. Resort how you're going to tackle the subject matter. So, and I don't know why he's not showing up well. There. Oh, look at how cute he is. Out by the pyramids. So go back to the beginning and kind of, start the plan all over again. Sketch out a new plan of study. Maybe find this Page of Swords. Maybe there's some hot young something or other that is studying the same thing. Maybe we could study anatomy together. I'm just saying. I don't know. Here I am matchmaking. I actually was matchmaking this week. I'm trying to set up two of my friends, which is going to be, I think they're going to make a good match. So maybe we should read that. Yes, Penny, the naked deck. Woo, is that kind of night? That kind of night. Who's waving like Mariah Carey? Oh, that's funny. Oh, did you really, Kel? Huh. Oh, and we got new subscriber from Greece. Howdy do. You're doing good in the chat. This is exactly how it works. Exactly how it works. Celtic Rune. Celtic Rune, we were just talking to the kids about banshees the other day. So we were explaining that, a banshee is not like a bad thing. It's just kind of the harbinger of somebody passing. So, we were saying it's not really a bad thing. Pull myself together here. So I said I had some different decks. I also have the Lenormand here. We could do some Lenormand. So where's our new friend? I don't even know how to say that name. One of my friends is Greek. I need a translator. My friend Tom was supposed to come on. Where is he? Let's see if he's trying to get in. Oh no, we can't make it. Oh. Oh, he's in his bathroom. He's doing plumbing. All right, so it's just us. That's all right. That's all right. I thought it was going to be kind of cool. Tom's a really fun guy. So let's do. See what we have. So we'll see what Marsha, we'll do some cards for you. Okay, sweetie. We'll see how these read. Let's do 3 cards. I was going to do like a pick a card thing too. We'll do like 3, 3, 3, and you guys can pick from the stones. So this is for Marsha. So Marsha, looking back, my dear, you're looking back in time. There's some negative things that are going on. You're not looking back fondly on some past events, and they were events that caused you to have to battle and have to kind of scratch and claw and fight your way to the present. And now you're starting to let that guard down. But it's a good thing, okay? The reason is because you're starting to heal from this experience in the past. So there is healing in the future. What do you need to know right now? What's going to get you to that healing spot a little bit faster? I don't even know what deck this is, guys. Like, this is just some crazy deck that I found online. You have to let things go and start anew. So, and you can work together with people. When we go through difficult things, when we go through, I don't want to say traumatic, but trying experiences, that is a lesson. And when we get to the world, the end of the major arcana in tarot, that is our healing process. That's us being reborn within this lifetime. You don't have to like go into another lifetime, but this is being reborn because we've learned the lesson that we were supposed to learn from that event. And you can restart with our page of pentacles here. That's creating new foundations, new places, new homes in some cases. And Five of Wands is working together in concert with other people. It's okay to get other help. It's okay to have people contribute to your future and to your success and to your foundations. It's totally cool. So good for you, healing up from a not so great situation. These are like the slipperiest cards for sloppy shuffle. They're begging for sloppy shuffle. Celtic Rune, you want a reading? You want me to do a reading for you, honey bunny? Facebook user, you should just be able to do a friend request. Like my Facebook is public. You should just be able to do a friend request. I'll check it out in a little bit. So, oh wait, Marsha. Oh, it's a scam. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, you can always follow me on YouTube. Oh, you want to move to Oregon, so I got it. Oh, okay. Oh, so yes, Penny, if we're talking about that absolute animal, Daryl Brooks, yeah, there was a verdict, and it was guilty on all charges, and he did not freak out in the courtroom, at least up until what I saw. There was no freak out. Let's see what his life is going to be like in jail. Let's see how he's going to make out. Daryl Brooks, sovereign citizen, unlawful law. He was staring down the jury when they were reading the verdict. It was really disturbing. I did not watch the video. You know, having a kid that's in band, I did not want to watch that. I did not want to watch it. Queen of Swords. We didn't hear the last of him. We're going to hear more. He's going to keep doing what he's doing. It's gonna be the same song and dance. Okay, so this is the double major tarot. So it's all the major arcana and the court cards, but there's two of them for each. There's just no numbered cards. We're still gonna hear this negative cultivated story from him. I don't think we can keep him quiet while he's in jail. The story is going to also get more convoluted. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing, a lot more, the whole business with the recall on the car. I think we're going to continue to hear that, and there's going to be that he didn't get a fair trial. We could see that coming a mile away. Nothing's going to happen with it. It's just like a big nothing burger. It's just that's going to happen. Energetically, like when we have events like that, they really do create like a sonic boom. And it really is disruptive to that energetic fabric that I talk about all the time. We really do kind of feel it all over the place. Wow. Oh, that's who we're talking. Okay. Oh, Marcia, you can't have another man to drool over. Well, find a study partner that you're not going to drool on. Marsha. Oh, thank you, Marsha, for keep putting your name on there and climbing that mountain. I'm 47 and started college 2 years ago. Good for you. That's great. Good for you. It's never too late It really is never too late. I actually was kind of, so I have kids that are headed to college, and I was actually thinking about going back and finishing my master's, which is crazy, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Nikki C would love a wee reading. I would love to give you one. Let me get you a better deck. We're going to put that one on the side. I'm going to put my selenite on it because we were just talking about that creeptastic fella. So I got all these crystals just jumping from deck to deck. So, Nikki, let's get you. What you need right now. What you want. Baby, I got it. What you need. You know I got it. All right, so Nikki, now is the time to act. So we have our Knight of Wands here. I'm going to pull down just a little bit. I think you guys can see a little bit better. Let me dim Mr. Salt Lamp. Of course, Mr. Salt Lamp goes out when I don't want him to. That didn't help at all, did it? Nope, not one bit. I don't know why I have this weird lighting here, guys. So now is the time to act. So all of the plans that you've had, the creative things that you wanted to put together, now's the time to act. So our knights, and I when I teach my class, the knights are the guys that do. Our pages are our dreamers. They're the ones that come up with the idea. The pages are the ones that sit up with the flashlight under their covers late at night designing their treehouse. The knight is the guy who gets up the next morning, goes down to the scrap heap, pulls out a bunch of wood, and finds the tree and starts building it, and like all of his friends start to gather around. Then the queen, the queen of whatever, she's the one who comes in and makes it comfy and like puts seating in there and maybe puts like a little refrigerator there or a cooler or whatever. And then the king is the one who kind of sits back and enjoys the spoils and keeps it the way it is. So the knight tells us that you need to move because the future is nigh. The future is there, but the future is only there if you act. So whatever that thing is that you're dreaming about and watching in the future, you need to make it happen. Don't wish upon a star. Make it happen. Bring that into reality. That's really what you need to do. And as far as the money part of it, don't worry about that because that will come later. You don't have to worry about, you have to create before you can start to earn from it, if that makes sense. So let's see when that is going to have some yield for you. The Fool. The Three of Pentacles. So the Fool in reverse is about being really, really reckless and, not looking before we leap. And it's almost like throw your rule book out. That's what the Fool in reverse is telling us. Throw the rule book out because that's where you start to put things together. So thinking outside of the box, if this is like a creative project, if this is writing a book, doing something creative, writing a script, something like that, throw the rule book out. Like this is like walk around with that the thumb drive in your pocket, and like if you have some chance meeting with like Steven Spielberg on a plane, you throw that thing at him. Or like you see Quentin Tarantino, like getting a cup of coffee, you throw it at him and go, hey, just read it, and run. Like take a chance. Like don't follow the rules on this one. That's where you're really going to find this success. I hope that means something to you. I don't know if you're a writer. I keep getting like this writing thing. It's definitely like some kind of creative thing that you have going on there. So, so there we go. There we go. And I saw a couple other things here. Oh, Shell, you're recovering from a broken heart. Let me pull some cards for you, bunny. You know what? We'll do some Lenormand. Everybody loves the Lenormand. So those of you that don't know Lenormand, it reads like sentences. And so what does Shell need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now? Let me get a cup of little tea for this raspy throat. I wish it sounds sexy, but it's just vocal fry. Oh, garden, man, star, the moon, and coffin. So garden is social. Man is man. Star is hope, future, healing, really positive, clarified stuff. It's not a giddy excitement like the sun. It's not like, oh, this is so wonderful. It's like peace and serenity, that kind of a feeling. And the moon, I like the moon in Lenormand better than the moon in tarot. The moon in tarot is a little bit spooky and a little bit uncertain. But the moon in Lenormand is more of a nurturing, mothery kind of intuition. Like it's a much kinder kind of unknowing. It's the secrets and the psychicness of the world and the magic of the world kind of coming together. That you have the star and the moon together is such a great combo. And then the coffin is ending. Okay. So what this tells us is like this get out there, be social. You're going to see that there are other gentlemen there. In the future, you'll have a better sense of how to end a situation like this and not have the same kind of outcome that you had this time. You'll see the signs. You'll be able to sniff out the right one. You'll be able to locate the ones that aren't going to break your heart. So we'll pull a few more just to get a little extra. The mountain is difficulty, but the clover is luck and bringing good things. And the sparrows, or these are sparrows, but they're birds. In this deck, there's two sets. There's owls and I believe these are sparrows. I don't know my birds. This is people talking and people trying to help. The owls are a bit more of an academic kind of talking and helpfulness, whereas the birds are more of like a social, like kind of fun thing. So I say this says get out there. Like you need to get out there. You need to accept those invitations. Maybe have your own dinner parties, have people come into your house and kind of, put yourself back into, a perspective where there's some activity and some fun stuff going on around you. So I have these cards. I'm going to pull one for you because you do have a broken heart. So we want to give you some really nice mantras. So this is from the Hay House. It's Louise Hay's publishing company. I talk about her all the time. She is the godmother of affirmations and modern day affirmations. So I like to pull one of these cards pretty much every day, but I do it sometimes for and there's the bag, Power Thoughts. They have a monthly or a quarterly subscription box for oracle cards, tarot cards, that kind of thing. And so I subscribe to it. And it's pretty cool. I got some cool cards out of it. So I got the first one, the inaugural box. I have another one coming in the winter, so I'm very excited. Got rid of all my other subscription boxes. So one card for Shell. One card for Shell. This will be your mantra for today and tomorrow since we're late in the day. Ah. Maybe not a mantra. It's maybe a lesson. Ah, get back in there. They all want to come out. It is safe to look within. As I move through the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see in me. So that I think is great to hear when you have a broken heart, because at the end of the day, who's there for you? You are. At the end of the day, and that's, I have, so many friends in my past that were like, I just want a boyfriend. I just want a girlfriend. I'm miserable. And then they get one and then they're miserable. You really have to be okay with yourself. No one else is. And I'm not suggesting that Shell is not okay with herself, but when we have a broken heart, sometimes we can kind of doubt how awesome we are. And I am confident that you are pretty awesome on the inside. You're just a little banged up right now. So take that to heart. So I hope that helps. Facebook user, this is Miriam, I think. There are 2 more classes, then apply for LVN program, but I want the RN, but it's going to take me 2 more years. Yeah, that RN takes a long time. Before I can apply to get in a D, I am too. You're not too old. No, don't feel defeated. You can actually do both. My sister-in-law did both. So I say keep going. Hello, Miriam. Good morning from Australia. Bright and early there. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? There's Marsha. You are welcome, Nikki. Marsha, I can see you now. Look, you come up as Marsha. Annette Grimmenstein. Annette, what a cool name. Oh, all right. So let's see what we got here. Which deck? We'll use a big deck. Big problems, big deck. So Annette, seeing things from other people's perspectives is not a bad thing. It's not. Sometimes we have to look backward and understand why people did what they did in our past, and part of looking back and seeing how people performed within our lifetime, and I'm saying that specifically for a reason, how they performed within our lifetime is sometimes it's very confusing and it's very upsetting, but they are on their own path. Sometimes they are on their own rails, we're on our own rails. So you can't get stuck trying to figure out why someone behaved in a certain fashion, why they did something. You can look back and remember the good parts of it, and I recommend that, but don't get lost in the good parts of it. Don't get trapped in there. Like I don't know if you watched the Harry Potter movies, but remember there was the mirror that he went to and he was kept going to and he was staring in it and kind of didn't want to leave because he could see his parents. This is that kind of a thing. Okay. You don't have to figure out why somebody did something wrong to you. You can remember the good parts, but don't get stuck there. Okay. Now is the time for you to bring a new life. Now there's a time to carve out a whole new existence. And there have been 47 different Annabelles in my life. I'm 51 years old. I'm going 51 and a half and 51 and a half. And there's been a million different me's, you know. I've changed a great deal in my life. I changed from this morning. When I'm in my day job, I'm a completely different person from what I'm like on YouTube and when I do my my psychic counseling. So, there's a million different us's. And the thing is, sometimes we have to kind of strip it all away and figure out which us we want to be moving forward. And I tell everybody this all the time, all my regulars. I'm sorry, I know you're going to be like, Dr. Joe Dispenza, but there's Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has meditations. You can find them on YouTube. I know you're watching from Facebook, but you can find them on YouTube. The one that I like and that I do on the reg is creating new experiences, creating new opportunities. And what he does is he has you meditate down to just your energetic self. And he has you reprogram yourself for exciting, happy, great things in the future. So, when we get into these situations where we're depressed, if we continue to focus on the depression, we program ourselves to have this future of depression. And I know that sounds like a self-fulfilling prophecy and kind of a cyclical thing. It's not really telling you how to get out of it. What he tells us is that if we meditate and get ourselves down to our energetic self, kind of imagine ourselves as just energy, which we are inside the meat puppet. Once we do that, we can remember that feeling of joy, that feeling of elation, that feeling of excitement. The day you got your first new car, or the day you kissed a boy, or the day you kissed a girl. I don't know, like, how you feel when fireworks go off. That feeling of elation is something that you can program into yourself just by meditating. And his meditations, you can get them on YouTube. They're actually shorter versions of what you can buy on his website, but they're free. They're commercial free. Go on there, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dispenza. He is one of the authors at Hay House. He's got a bunch of really great books. He's got a bunch of really great meditations. I highly recommend him. He really does make you feel better. And one of the really cool things, I talk about this all the time on my YouTube. He had someone who was trying to manifest a new job, and they were working together and he was counseling them, and they called him up one day and said, I got laid off. And he goes, it's great. And the person was like, no, this isn't great. And he goes, no, you just freed up all this energy to go find the job of your dreams. So what you can do, Annette, is now is the time for you to recreate your future. Now is the time for you to reprogram yourself to find what you really want. And don't look backward. Don't look backward. Backward is not where you want to go. You want to look forward. And that we have this 3 of Wands here. which the Three of Wands is a travel card. This is a moving travel card. You can be moving someplace. You could just be walking down to the corner to the Piggly Wiggly or something. I don't know. Like, but this is getting out and going someplace and taking charge and moving into that future. So I think good things are coming. We have our Sun card in reverse. Now, a lot of people, when they see the Sun card in reverse in tarot, they go, oh, it means the opposite is bad stuff. No, not at all. The Sun card in reverse just means it's a slower dawn. It's just coming a little bit slower for you. So that's okay. But the Queen of Wands in reverse tells us, make sure you take this power. Okay. You are in control of how you feel. You are in control of that future. I'm telling you, go Google him right now, or go look him up on YouTube, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has a channel on there. There's a lot of people that post his meditations as well without commercials. And you can do the meditations right there. Like, it's super easy, cheap, easy, super simple. And he's kind of wild too. Like, he's not like a calm, meditative leader. He yells at you sometimes. He's like, set up. And some of the meditations you do sitting up, it's really cool. But I think that will help anyone. I don't want you to stay down. Instead of waiting for things to go your way, make them go your way. Create this future through your energy, and take all of this depression and all of your tears and turn it into something much more powerful and bright. Turn it into that sun. So next time I see you on here, I'm on every Wednesday. So you can come on next Wednesday and maybe we'll get a sun upright. So I hope that helps. But the Hay House stuff does too. So you can look up Louise Hay. In fact, I'll pull a power thought for you while we're doing that. So we already got one. It's safe to look within. Let's get another one. I love that. Oh no, you know what? We'll do even better. Even better. I'm going to give you an animal card, Annette. So I still have to look at the book, but these are cards that I got through the Hay House subscription too. I don't work for them. I just want you guys to know that I don't work for them. So let's see. Let's get Annette an animal apothecary. I always throw an extra C in there. Apothecary. And we're going to pull one from the center. And what do we get? Get out of your head. That's what it says. I'm not even kidding. It says, get out of your head. Get out of your head. So this is, and I can't see without my glasses, but I'm going to try. Whoop. Go backward. It's not letting me go to the page. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. I got 24 of you on here. Okay. When you cut off a chicken's head, a burst of electricity runs through its body's nervous system, causing the chicken to run in circles and flap its wings. This is a symbol of the intrusive and obsessive thoughts we think and allow to run circles around us, even though they rarely hold any real basis in truth. The chicken's head medicine appears when it's time to put an end to the chicken in your head dictating your life. Witness the thought and understanding you have power over it. Your power is to know that it's just a thought, and if it minimizes you, it's not true, no matter how real it may feel. If it makes you feel less than powerless, then there's no way it's true, because you are quite literally a scientific miracle connected to an infinite, ever-expanding universe. Chicken's Head Medicine asks that you take a big sigh of relief, because whatever it is currently keeping you in your head will work itself out. You are safe, and you will find the solution, and the issue will resolve itself. Whatever you are currently dealing with, it is for your greater good, no matter how much the chicken tells you it's not. In fact, chicken head medicine brings an exciting confirmation. If you're dealing with a current situation that feels disappointing and has you obsessively thinking about it, you are being asked to understand that this difficulty had to happen to lead you to what you truly want. I just said that. For whatever reason, there is a lesson being learned. And in learning this lesson, you will lead yourself to what your heart desires. Chicken's Head Medicine demands you get out of your head now because everything is going to work out. And I think there's a mantra there too. Nope, that was it. So chicken head medicine. That was fun. I love these cards. I got to pull these out more often. You guys got to hold me to that. Make sure I do that. So if anybody else wants an animal apothecary, let me know. Well, that was weird. And all of a sudden, everybody's talking about smoking in hospitals. Now my phone's talking. All right. So yeah, that was crazy. Everything just went black. It did that the other day. So where was that super chat from Ms.? There we go. Thanks for your patience, guys. So, all right, how is D of Taurus feeling and thinking about me? So let's start with feeling, because feeling and thinking is a little bit different. Oh, we're going to switch these two. And I see you, Serendipity, darling. How are you, my love? Oh, Annette, here. I will do. There you go, Annette. That's his website, but you can find him on YouTube. Oh, he has a Facebook as well. There's a Facebook there. So Ms. How is D of Taurus feeling, thinking about me? How is he feeling? She, he, they, D. How is D? Oh, I just punched my microphone. Yeah, so great. One, two, three, four, five. Can you hear me? I hope you can all hear me now. I'm like the queen of sloppy shuffle and the queen of is it working? Yes, it is working. Okay, good. Queen of sloppy shuffle and tech issues. I'm just terrible. All right, Ms. Let's see what we come up with. We're going to start with feeling. So currently feeling not that this is a match for him or her. I have to be even. So definitely is not feeling that this is a great match, not ideal. There's something about not wanting to have kids, not wanting to move forward, expand a family. Perhaps it's sorry, got some crazy stuff going on over here, punching microphones and whatnot. Let me see. I'm gonna get some more cards on this. Let me get some more cards on this. Yeah, this one doesn't have it seems like doesn't have a lot of love to give out. It's just a little bit stingy with that. It's kind of focusing the energy in a different direction, and really is indecisive about what they want. I think your goals are different from this person. So let's see what I think it's a he. I'm sorry. Let's see what he is thinking. Okay. A little bit of a playa here. I'm just going to say, let me grab a cup of tea. This tea is stone cold, but it's still delicious. Stone cold delicious. So the magician in reverse, and if I still have my young psychic on here, my young learning person. Oh, Gilded Girl, I see you too, honey. So the magician, when he's in reverse, is sometimes that playa energy. This is the guy that walks in the room and scans to see, which girls are checking him out, like which ones are gonna jump up. This is the guy who maybe has, the little black book, and he's texting, and he's got different Facebook identities, and maybe has a burner phone. I don't know. This is a guy who's like really kind of living his best life. Maybe not the best life for the other people. So it's, this is a trickier guy. And then we have this Ace of Swords that is in reverse. So he's not telling the whole story. He's not telling the whole truth. I'm sorry if I'm blowing him up. But, this just isn't, the goal is not to be at home. The goal is to, have as much fun while he can. So I'm sorry, not a super positive reading. So let's see what would be good for you. What does MS need? What's going to serve you best? Let's look there. Sneaky is as sneaky does. So I just talked, I don't know if you were on here when I was talking about the mendicants, the 5 of Pentacles. These are people who get rid of all of their creature comforts so that they can get closer to God, so they can be more godly, so they can become purified by not having all the trappings of Louis Vuitton bags and Mercedes-Benz and luxurious, luscious foods and whatnot. So when it's in reverse, this is do your homework, become Columbo, and, find out what's going on. Don't throw all of your data away and look to God to rain down the answers on you, or look to the beyond and like, believe me, like, I'm a psychic and I've been duped by some dudes too. So, it does happen to the best of us, but every now and then you have that little voice that goes, this is a really bad idea. And you go, no, this is a really great idea. I'm going to have a great time. And no, this is a really bad idea. And you go, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to have another drink and I'm going to go have a good time. So, this is listening to the data. The data is there. The information is there. And if you have to be a little bit sneakier to find out the truth, so be it. Our 7 of Swords is our shady guy. We don't want to see this guy on the other side of our things, but sometimes we have to be that shady guy. Sometimes we have to be a little bit more stealth in getting our information. We have to be very careful about it. So that is my advice. I'm not telling you go through somebody's phone, sneak around like that and get yourself in trouble. But the ultimate thing is that you're going to find that, coming out of this situation, the spoils of this war are not going to be for the betterment of you. There's going to be a better choice out there for you. This particular one, I do not think is the best choice. Not someone who is going to bring peace and serenity, but you kind of be fussing with this one for a little bit. So I would just be a little bit careful with that, darling. I do think there's a certain amount of excitement in those individuals that are playing the cat and mouse game with us. But, there's a point where we get a little bit too old and, we can't do that. So let me see. So, Gilded Girl, thank you so much, sweetie. And Serendipity, you guys are my faves. Oh, you're an animal empath. Oh, that's awesome. My cousin is one of those. My cousin is actually we're both dog trainers. I was a dog trainer before I had my kids. After I went to college, after I was like full blown academic, then became a dog trainer. But my cousin actually implemented her animal communicating skills into her dog training. It's pretty cool. She still does it. She's down in the Carolinas. She's pretty neat, but different kind of psychic than I am, but she definitely is one. So yeah, readers are fun. Readers are fun. So, all right. So we were talking about smoking in hospitals and smoking on airplanes. And, and now we're talking about Epstein-Barr and vitamin K for Sue. Yeah, I know. I actually I was not diagnosed with fibromyalgia, but I swear my cousin that's the animal communicator, it was diagnosed with it. I have the same symptoms that she has. And like my elbow starts to go, like I have this really bad elbow, and then the other elbow starts to go, and then everything else starts to hurt. And it just kind of comes and goes. It's kind of wild. So look at this. We got a new viewer here. Hi, Sashaldi Love. I'm just gonna call you Love. So I'll pull a couple cards for you, honey bunny. Let's pull some cards for new viewer. Everybody show some love to love. Love to love. I try and do this every Wednesday night. Try and do live readings every Wednesday. I still have to pull out a weekend day, but we are in the final weekends of band competitions, and then we go into winter band. And we're also in ROTC competition. So I'll get to take a breath right around the holidays. And I'm doing all of my Christmas shopping right after Halloween. So I'm not going to be doing the mad jingle all the way dash that I have to usually do. I don't know. Say a prayer for me. I might have to. So, all right, love, this is what we got. So you're sitting back on your own power and your control. And I get the sense that you're holding back on some kind of creative work endeavor that you want to move forward with. You're just kind of holding back on the decision. Is it to leave a job, to move on to another? I think move on to another department or move on to another place at your work. You're kind of sitting back on that decision. The decision is going to come to you presently if it hasn't already. You're going to have some psychic download where it's going to be like, yeah, this is the time to move. This is the right thing to do. And it's going to be into a more cooperative department, more cooperative part of your business, of the business that you're in, or you're going to bring more people onto a team. I don't want to say like a think tank or something like that, but it's like a cooperative team that's going to be working together. And this will be very beneficial for you because it's going to not only I don't know if there's overtime that's involved in it, but there's going to be more payout. And it's a strong team that they'll put together. Whether it's you putting this team together or someone else is putting it together, it's going to be a very, very strong team doing some really amazing things. So heart of the matter. they're revamping some of the things that they're doing. They're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and it's not a bad thing in this case. So they're going to revamp some processes at your work, and that's what part of this team is about. So you'll be able to be on the ground floor for that. You'll be able to do some of the directives on that. So it's almost like you have a factory floor perspective of the processes that are in place. And that's what this team is going to do. They're going to kind of revise those processes so that it's more efficient. It's makes things simpler for the people that work in the company. There's going to be some cost effectiveness in this. And I think that you're going to see some benefit from that as well. So when they see the money that's saved from these processes, then that money will trickle back to some of the team members. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if that means anything to you. That's the information that I'm getting. And when I say factory floor, I don't mean that you worked in a factory, but kind of, I always say that, like, get out on the floor, like a factory floor, boots on the ground kind of perspective. So, so let's see what's going on here. What do we have? Serendipity. I think that that a lot of sensitives have autoimmune issues too, and that's like one of the things that, like, I'm like really trying to do the Joe Dispenza meditations to kind of reset all that, just kind of replan things. And Gilded Girl, there's a book called Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life. Yeah, I know that book. I did not read the whole thing. I read excerpts of it, but I definitely know that book. So smoking in the report room. Yeah. I remember smoking on airplanes. So everybody's here. Yeah. So love, we have a really good community on here. It's still a small community. My channel is fairly new. I guess it's a year old. I'm probably coming up on my anniversary. In fact, here, I'm going to look that up. We'll see when I did my first video. Sort by. Oh, seriously? Okay. I think my first video was like in October. It was still really nice out. And my hair was so much shorter. Oh, wait, there we go. My videos. Oh, forget it. I'm not doing this. I think it was a year ago. Maybe more. I was such a chicken when I first started doing these videos. I was just like, I'm just going to do readings of just my hands. And now I'm like, I'm in my pajamas and I'm doing readings. 1 year ago. Watch, I'll freak out if this was like exactly a year. It just says 1 year ago. Oh, I was booking Halloween readings. I bet you it was. I bet you it was like exactly today. Of course, there's like no comments on it. There's like nothing there. But yeah, I was booking Halloween readings. Oh my God. So here we are. Happy anniversary. We'll do some anniversary readings. Oh, and oh wow, I'm so far behind on the comments here. Okay, I'm scrolling down. And just looking, guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. No sound. Okay, sound's back. How did I get so far behind? No, Gilded Girl, I can't be perfect at everything. I suck at drawing, and I can't ride a bike. Like, I can ride a bike, like I can make the bike go, but what winds up happening is I wind up getting hurt very badly. So Serendipity, you're going to have to get a new phone, sweetie. I know that really stinks, but I know the washing machine girl. Yeah, yeesh. Okay. Let's see if anybody else has any questions. Oh, thank you, Kelt. Kelt, I want to do a reading for you. My favorite buddy. Oh, you know what? This is not your deck. That is not a Celtic Rune Singer deck. This is a Celtic Rune Singer deck. Actually, I think you're like the Tarot of the Unknown, that orangey gilded deck. Kelt, let down those guards. What have we here? You are okay. You are right where you need to be, but you need to let down your guards. Okay. So I don't know who this Queen of Pentacles is. If this is somebody who is trying to create legacy and foundations with you, but if there is somebody who's interested in doing that, tear down those walls, Mr. Gorbachev. We've got tear down the walls here and here. And this is our tower in reverse. You know what that is? That's doing something, that's shooting ourselves in the foot here. Kind of creating a blockade. So there's a lot of blockades here in your psychic mind, because I know that you are one of us. There's an opening that you're getting some information there, and you're being resistant to moving forward to the next step. So the gods are putting something delicious on the table in front of you. Go take it. Go take it. It's, Greg always says this, that the tree of life was a blah 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 pomegranate. I don't know if that's true. It wasn't an apple, it was a pomegranate. So and I love pomegranates. So every time I get one, he's like, woo. So Gregopedia gets worried about that. And I saw we got a super chat, but I just want to scroll. I will get to, I promise I'm not going anywhere. Oh, wait, Facebook user, you gotta sit tight. Are you crazy or an empath? You're probably an empath. I just pulled that out. Oh, we got 2 of Wands. It just flew out of the deck. So I'm getting to you, super chat. Don't worry. I see it up there. Crazy or empath? Empath. So, one of the things, don't be freaked out by it. How I started with some of my work was I started doing automatic writing, and everyone freaks out when you say automatic writing, because they think, oh, your hand just goes bananas. But what you have to do is you just have to start writing what's coming into your mind. I do it sometimes with my private reading. Sometimes it's really easy to get messages from people that they want to talk to. But just get yourself a notebook, and while you're watching TV, just write down the words that come into your head. This is just so we have, am I crazy or an empath? I got a hair in my mouth. I'm going to choke on that hair. So just do a white light ritual, so that you're getting just good messages. Ask your guides, your angels, your gods, God, whoever you ascribe to, ask them to protect you. Surround yourself with white light, and just start writing, and just not while you're watching The Exorcist or something like that. No, not that stuff. But just sit there. And Dick Sutphin actually has a video and a video or a recording that you can get either on Audible or through his website, dicksutphin.com. And his automatic writing one is really good. I really like his videos. So that actually, the visuals are really, really cool to like kind of get you into this really good headspace, this good meditative state. So there that is. So let's do that. We're gonna let them reset, and let me see. Tech can be scary. Um, I'm back. Sorry, guys. So, oh, sorry, guys. All right, all right, all right. So, serendipity. What deck? What deck? What deck do we use? I think we're going to use this one. Okay, what is with this old boyfriend connecting or old best friend? Is it best friend? Here, I know you sent me another message, so let me see. Okay. Okay. I got your other message, sweetie pie. Oh, and I didn't put the cards up. Let me get the cards up. To-do. I have to ask Alicia if my crystals are too close to my laptop. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's why I keep getting blacked out. Either that or the powers that be in the universe of interwebs are shutting me down. They're like, no, not her. I was silenced. So we're going to see what his intention is. Let's see what that is. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. It's a disruptive messaging. So, and that doesn't mean that like he's being disruptive, but it's disruptive to your focus right now. So Queen of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and then Lovers. So the messaging is it's almost like the messaging is very, very awkward. He's not going to have the right words to come out of his mouth right now, or the right messaging it's going to come across. He's gonna if you're having like a weird perception of him, like, oh, like what does he want? Like, oh, it's a little awkward and weird. It's just because his messaging is not good. The energies of what both of you are going through right now are not congruent. It's not jiving together. So here we have that Eight of Wands, which is our hard stop. That's like kind of grinding gears. It's like somebody threw a big bunch of sand into a clock. He's having trouble getting his message across, and also getting his emotions across. Like he's not in a good spot. I'm just going to say, I don't think that he is a terrible guy. I don't think that I think he is leaning into to be supportive, but it's coming out weird. Let me see. Is he leaning in to be supportive? Yes. He's trying to be helpful. But his message is coming out very poorly. I would, we do have a devil card here. So this can be longing. This can be like holding a torch. It can be that holding a torch thing, and not necessarily like, the devil is like, come with me, like I'm going to show you the world. It's like that heart song, like, come on home, girl, he said the smile. My daughter can sing that better than I can. So it's really, I think his heart is in the right place. I think his intention is in the right place. But it's a very awkward kind of messaging that he's trying to get across. Take your time with it. You don't have to jump on this. Just you can say, hey, you know what? Like right now is not a really great time. I just need some time to process this. I think that's really the best thing. This says you can let your guard down. Just be very firm with your words. If you want to say no, we're not going to do X, Y, and Z. That say it out loud. But right now you need to kind of rest and replenish what's going on with you. You don't need to add to the situation. You just need to kind of keep things at a regular pace right now, if that makes sense. I know that does make sense, but keeping things at a regular pace. And like I said, when we talk about those energetic fields, like sometimes you'll have somebody vibrating at a very, very high level. My kids are a perfect example of this. My son is just like me, and my daughter is just like Greg. Very calm. They're both great at meditating. My son and I, like, we can't sit still for 5 minutes. Like, if I'm, watching TV, like I'll be twiddling my thumbs or shuffling a deck of cards, or like there's always some kind of energy. And my kids like my son has always wanted to like hang out with his sister, and he's like, hey, let's do something, let's like, have a great time. And what it translated to is like that annoying, like stereotypical Nickelodeon little brother, where he's like really, really super annoying and like in her face all the time. And it's only now that they're older that they're like starting to kind of understand. I'm like, Angus, you gotta calm down. Like, she's just not like us. She's just way mellower than we are. So I still have to remind him that. But even now, like he kind of vibrates at a level that's a little bit more than I can handle sometimes. But that's kind of what the sense that I'm getting, Serendip, is that like he's kind of vibrating at a different pace than you are right now, and it's just kind of crash and burn, and not really going to be cohesive. So let me pull some cards for you though, sweetie pie. Let's just get 3 cards and see what's good for you for the next couple of days, and what you need to hear. Actually, I should have done an animal apothecary. There's Oh, that's weird. Because we just had those. We just had all 3 of those. So 4 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 9 of Wands. So just kind of sitting and cooling out, not looking outside of your realm right now. Wait to make your decisions, and then you can decide whether it's appropriate to let your guard down and let other people into your circle of trust, like Meet the Fockers. So I hope that helps, sweetie pie. Thank you so much for your donation, my love. Oh, the Housewives deck. Yes, I love the Housewives deck. I have that. She's right over here. She's ready, willing, and able. So I got to scroll through the comments a little bit more. I have her right here, so maybe we'll pull her up. So E Grant. Hello, E Grant. Daniel McCabe, 50 years. That's, I don't know. I don't know that I missed the other comment. So better than nothing. Okay. So Daniel left. Okay, we'll hide Daniel's comment. E Grant, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I'm getting to you. What's your question though? Do we have a question? I'm getting to you, E Grant. Hang on. Oh. Okay, E Grant. Oh, serendipity. It's my energy disrupting all this. Yeah, my cousin and I, we both blow up our phones all the time. My cousin that's a psychic. So E Grant. Okay. Question is about your job. Okay. Let me see. Hang on. Oh, for Pete's sake. Seriously? Okay, I didn't get a message on there. So wait, let me see. Did you ask a question here? Okay. So it's about, I think it's just about your job. So just wanna. Okay, question about your job. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm back to where the bottom is. So E Grant, this is, thank you for your donation. I did get it. I appreciate that. This is the Housewives Tarot. It's really fun. So we'll take a look at that. And actually, we'll use this one. I may have to pull the camera down a little bit. Oh, sloppy shuffle. Everybody take a drink. Sloppy shuffle. Alicia and Famous Fortunes, they do donations. My people are going to drink when I sloppy shuffle. It's the gift that keeps on giving to everybody. Hi, Kaylin. Oh, Nikki C, thank you so much, sweetie pie. And Penny, I see you too. Okay. All right. Job for E-Grant. Let's see. Job. Well, you don't like your job, first of all. But you're not sure which direction to go in. And it doesn't seem like there are any opportunities that are immediately present for you. So what we have here is we have King of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Magician in reverse. These are all in reverse. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. So our King of Cups is like, I really just don't like this. I'm not enjoying my work. I'm not enjoying the people that I work with. There's, it's just not a great place to be. Three of Wands, that was our travel card. I just talked about it not long ago. And in one of the other readings, and that's like moving on, going to new places, making your plans, moving forward, getting to new destinations, getting to new exciting things. So these are all in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles is we can't find a location to get to. The Pentacles are always our physical places, our homes, our money, our artwork, physical, tangible things that we can touch. And so you can't find that new destination there. And the Magician is not feeling like we have all of the tools and the skills that we need in order to get to that place. So that suggests that maybe there's some certificates that you need to get. I know everybody's doing like those Google certificates. I don't know if they're worthwhile, but if you can add some things onto your resume like that, maybe that's what you'd like to do. You're in training. Okay, you're in training. So you may not feel fully equipped to move on. Now, the Eight of Cups is a cool card. The Eight of Cups is one of those cards that I tell people when it is upright. And here's our Eight of Cups here on the end. When it's upright, that is leaving something that's meh, it's okay. It may be not the greatest thing in the world, but it, puts money in your pocket and you have a place to go every day and you don't, maybe you have health insurance, maybe you have some benefits that you don't want to leave behind. But it's not scratching the itch. It's not making you feel super successful. It's not making you, a ton of money that you would like to get. Let me grab a cup of tea real quick. Who drinks the same cup of tea for 2 hours? Me. So, moving on from this situation, you're not really seeing if there's some place that you can get to. So that's not a bad thing. So, you have an associate's degree right now. So there, and you're in training. Okay. Associate's degree right now. I love that you're talking to me while I'm doing this. So what is the best thing to do? And, it's so weird because so many people have reached out to me about like work-related things. And one of the things is the job application process. Like if you go on Indeed or LinkedIn, or what's the other one? Monster.com, I think is one of the other ones. When you go onto those sites, you see like there's a million people that have applied for the job. You can actually see the applicants on some of them, and people are really put off by that. So hang on, we're going back here. You're going to CSUN in, I'm not sure what that is. College of Southern. I don't know it. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. You're getting a BA. You're going to get a BA. Yay. So what do we do next? And there was sloppy shuffle, so you guys can take a drink. Oh my gosh. Sloppy shuffle. So what is the best thing for you to do? We'll do a pathway reading right now. That's kind of cool. Oh, no, even better, even better. We're going to do a storytelling reading. So since you're new here, I love doing these. Oh, Northridge, Cal State. Okay, thank you. I was drawing a blank. Like I knew the numbers, but or I knew the letters, but I couldn't put them together. So, all right. So I do storytelling readings. So what we do is we're going to let the cards 2 by 2 tell us where you need to go. All right. So, what your best bet is, what your best bet, how to proceed. I love these readings. These are really fun for people that need a bit more direction. So I'm going to pull them 2 by 2. So the judgment is actually off here. So you're doubting your judgment for your future happiness. But you need to maintain the course that you're on. Okay. So the path that you've chosen, right, Gilded Girl? It is a good thing you're drinking water. I'm drinking tea. So I'm going to be not going to sleep later. So the path that you're on, you need to stick with it. So getting that BA, completing the BA is definitely key. That's going to get you exactly where you want to be. Now, the Knight of Swords is where we start to use that education. We start to use the knowledge that we have, and we can start to put it to work for us. 8 of Swords. Stick with the courses that you're going through. So if there's any doubt in your mind about where you're headed in that direction, you've already you've crossed the point of no return where you're going to have this education that's going to lock you into a particular vocation or career. There are going to be initial points of it that you don't love, but you have to get through that initiation period in order to get to where you want to be. So there'll be portions of that initiation period where you're kind of working on your own and you're not working as part of a team or a think tank or I know I said think tank earlier, but I don't know why I keep saying that. But you'll be kind of like working on your own. I don't know if you're doing like research or if it's a vocation that has research where you're kind of working by yourself. And that's something that you're not going to love. Go outside of work to get that social interaction. Go on to platforms if you need to talk to other academics, other people that are in that discipline, because your day-to-day job, you're going to be really doing things on your own. There's something great about the autonomy there. Because when we get into this 4 of Cups where you start wishing for people to come in, that's as the career develops, you're going to start to get people that are under you, which is even better than having partners that you work with. So you have people that will be working under you and supporting you. And that's where things are going to start to really take off. And it's almost going to be a bit less controllable than you want it to be. So when we have different people that are working on us, if it's like a research team or like a lab team or something like that, you're going to get those different personalities. You're going to get different, like the Spice Girls of, medical research, working. Oh, you work in a Providence healthcare office. Okay. So I'm kind of right. I was getting like this, labby kind of thing. Oh, and E Grant, you're sick. I'm sick too. That's why I look like this today. I'm all blotchy and like, but I do have makeup on. So, I don't even get out of the bedroom without makeup on. So, oh, medical office, front office. Okay. So as you progress, we're going to get into this situation where we have, the Spice Girls of the medical office. We're going to have, different personalities, and we're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to pivot in order to accommodate those different personalities. So, that there's, take a grain of salt with that. It is kind of difficult. But absolutely. So there will be something with you, like publishing. I don't know if it's just writing papers or if it's publishing, but there's going to be something later on where you'll get more into a publishing, or like a electronic platform or something like that, where you're doing some information, imparting some information. So that is kind of cool. And I don't know if you want to go into working with young mothers, or working with women that are pregnant, or into obstetrics or anything like that. There is an opportunity here, and that may be where you wind up staying. You may find this is a niche for you, and you like being in this kind of. But I keep getting like this research thing with you. Oh, you are published. Oh, okay. So I'm behind the game. It's on Amazon. Oh, nice. She is published. So yeah, like it just feels like you're going to go into a bit of a different into like this obstetrics, and advising women when they're pregnant. So did you miss too many days? So let's see, did you miss too many days? No, don't worry about it. Knight of Cups. So you just start all over again. You just have to kind of dust yourself off after being sick, start all over again, do one thing at a time. That really is the best way to tackle something like when you have to catch up. And believe me, like, I am always behind on everything. Yeah, and it's one of the hazards of being like an A-type personality, because you just take on a lot. You take on a lot. So I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so Penny. I thought I saw something from Penny. The sloppy drinking game. Da, 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 da. Oh, Kaylin. Yeah, I did. It's a cute name. Okay. Nikki, do I need to read you? Or did I already read? Did I already read Nikki? I don't know what I did. And I know I didn't read for Penny. Penny, let me get into my PayPal. Oh, wait. Is that it? Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. All right. Penny, we're going to switch decks. Keep the energy fresh. Okay. So I'm just going to tuck that in there. So this is for Penny. So Penny, we have that 8 of Cups again. I just talked about that. That 8 of Cups is walking away from something that is okay, maybe walking into something that's okay, maybe something that's difficult. There's usually mountains on the other side of the 8 of Cups where the giraffe is walking, but this giraffe just has the Chanel boots on from Devil Wears Prada. So, and this doesn't mean walk away, but this is like the indecision. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is upright. The Wheel of Fortune upright tells us that things are favorable to you, that things are good, that they're humming along. The Ace of Swords is upright. The Ace of Swords is typically the messaging we know. So we know what's going on. The High Priestess is up here in reverse. The High Priestess is the psychic we know. So when the psychic we know is upside down, that means we're kind of denying those nudges and those things that are kind of telling us what we need to know. Those bursts of intuition that are coming to us. So if you are getting those bursts of intuition, please listen to them and ask questions, because this Ace of Swords lets us ask questions. We can ask questions in the real. The High Priestess is our psychic voice. The Ace of Swords is our real voice. And it's also the things that are coming to us. We do hear those things coming to us as well. Our Sun card is upright, which is fortuitous. This again, we have Wheel of Fortune upright. We have the Sun upright. And then we have the warning of the Two of Swords. Don't jump to conclusions and don't make decisions based on intuition. We want to base our conclusions on our real information. But these fortuitous cards right here tell me that all's well, everything's good. Just, sit tight and bide your time. And the Magician underneath is all of the information and all of the tools that you need are at hand. So, if things feel right, if things feel great, I would say go with that. That's a good thing. You and I talked about this before. I think it's just a thing where, there's some busy stuff going on, and it's just like kind of, like I said, I'm an A-type personality. I am just constantly doing stuff all day long. Sometimes I forget to call my girlfriend. Sometimes I forget to call my guy friends. Sometimes I forget to take care of Gregopedia a little bit extra when he needs it. Sometimes we get caught up in our stuff. So that was like Gregopedia. I told him I wanted to do a live on the weekends, and he was like, "Are we ever going to spend any time together?" And I was like, "Well, okay." So he made me feel really guilty about it. But so if I have to answer your actual question, Penny, the answer is yes to the actual question. I think all's well. So that's my opinion. So yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we've been on for 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Oh, Anna is not so sweet. Anna is a germ factory right now. Anna has been basically medicating herself to sleep. Celtic Rune, you are a true believer. You're always here and you're always awesome. It's the very least I could do for you, my friend. Marsha, I can see you now. I had a job for 2 months and the lady I worked for drove me nuts. Will I find a part-time job soon? Let's see. Yeah, this position is probably ending, but I don't know if you're going to like the new position either. Haste makes waste. Like, so we have 6 of Cups here, which is children. I don't know if you work with children now, or if this woman is being childish, or if you are a child, you might be a child. But this situation is ending, and you're going to be leaping into another situation with possibly somebody who's a little bit more difficult to work with. So be very careful what your next step is, what that next this is a turtle, I thought it was a frog. Be careful what the next position you get into, because you could get into a position where it's just not fun. It's just not a good situation. This one, if you interview with anyone and they seem very fastidious and a little bit cold, I would say that's not going to be the best fit for you. Just not a really super warm and fuzzy kind of gal here. And that's directly in contrast to, you're looking for some place that you can kind of sink your teeth in and call home and be comfortable there. You want something that you're going to love, some place that's going to have value for their employees and for the people that work for them. So I'm seeing very clearly yellow and red. There's something with yellow and red, and I'm not talking about McDonald's, but there's something with yellow and red. Those colors, I want you to keep an eye out for those if you go on any interviews or if you're driving around town. That's like one of the cool things. Like, sometimes rather than going on these platforms like Indeed and LinkedIn and whatnot, driving around town and just seeing like the old fashioned, like, hey, help wanted signs, like that sometimes is a way to do it. Or going through some of your friends on social media. I think the personal reference to a job is much, much better than going into these crazy pools where bots are reading your resumes and whatnot, or you fill out an application, it goes nowhere. There's nobody to follow up with. You don't have anybody to talk to. So kind of going around and like picking people's brains and say, hey, like, I'm just trying to pick something up part-time. I mean, this kind of thing. It's one of the reasons why I like LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, you connect with people that are in your industry. I'm on there for my day job, not for this job. But you connect with people in your industry, and you can, brainstorm and get things done. Sometimes, I those of I work in insurance during the day, which is so the opposite of being a psychic. But I can connect with some of the people that I either work with or that are my clients on there. So, it's pretty cool. None of them have found me here yet. So that's going to be kind of neat when that gets out. But so yeah, that's what I think. I think some taking some jumps. Be careful of this next position, because there is going to be an opportunity where there's going to be kind of a wicked old witch, the Wicked Witch of the West, that's going to be a boss, and you'll be like, oh, I really wish I didn't leave that last job. It wasn't that bad, because this one's a B on W's. So okay, what else do we have? I know, Grant. We picked something up from one of my girlfriends, I think, and I don't know. I may have gotten it at work. My husband may have brought it home. I don't know, but there's flu and strep throat going around here, so not fun. Totally not fun. Oh wait, Caitlin, is that you? You want a love life reading? Let's we'll switch up some cards. Ooh, 2.5 hours, guys. 2.5 hours. Is this the deck I want to use? No, you know what I want to do for you, Kaylin? Lenormand. We'll do some of these. See, love life. Love life. Sloppy shuffle. Everybody get your drinks. I'm sorry, I slurped my tea. Somebody yelled at me once because I did that. I did not mean to slurp my tea. I have a sore throat. Lilies. Moon. Coffin. This is a good story so far. Oh, it was a very good story. Do some extra. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. And this one we got to watch out for. So, all right. So we have lilies, moon, coffin, clouds, birds, book, ship, dog, tower, and snake. So these are a little bit different from tarot. Lilies are kind of a little bit of a not so great surprise. They're the opposite of bouquet. Bouquet is like an amazing gift that we get, but the lilies are kind of like an icky surprise, like, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming, but this kind of sucks. And the moon is secrets revealed, but this is behind you. Okay, because the door closed on that. So you're past whatever this bad thing was, this bad, crappy relationship. And the clouds are on the past. Okay, so when we read Lenormand, the clouds, depending on what side they're on, that's you're either moving through it or moving toward it. So if it was this is our past, we're moving into the light part of the card, and into social and talking about things. So I don't know if this is like a talking about this past relationship, having conversations with your friends, kind of healing in that process. It feels like that. It feels like it's more of like you need to talk through it, whatever happened back here. Now, book is all about secrets, and ship is about movement and those secrets coming out. And then this guy is very interesting because this is the friend that you're confiding in. This is the close friend who is a good confidant, who provides safety and security, and perhaps is the person who is holding some of these secrets and holding some of your innermost feelings. This is not a romantic person, but it could be. Just be a little bit careful. So they are a tower of strength. They are a citadel for you. And this is a relationship that you can rely on. This is a secret keeper. This is somebody who's very good. But this is the one we watch out for. So there's two cards in Lenormand. We have the fox, who is crafty, and then we have snake, who is overt. This is somebody who has some ill intentions. So now I don't get the sense that this is the loyal friend, but I get this as an interloper. So this is somebody who wants to prevent this relationship from blossoming into something better, into something new. This is somebody who wants to prevent this person from getting involved in a more serious relationship. So this is somebody who, I don't know if she harbors feelings for this individual, but she definitely is trying to put a nice blockade in there. We have the ring, which is engagements, which is commitments to other people. It doesn't have to be a formal engagement with a ring and a promise of marriage, but engagement meaning a connection, a more solidified connection. We're going to cover her up, and I'll move these cards in here. And then we have the storks. The storks are my favorite card in here because this is someone who is trying to help, but is doing it in a shady way. So storks, what they will do, they're very altruistic and they do help out other birds, but sometimes they'll steal from other birds and give to other birds, like steal something from one and give it to somebody else. So this is somebody who may try and help you out in a backhanded way, or may try and hamstring you to kind of get closer to this one. And it's all for the sense of trying to prevent this love relationship from blossoming. So she senses that there's something going on there. So I don't know if you know who this individual is, this gentleman or gentlewoman. I don't know. I have to be fair. That is a likely suitor, but there's a third party in there. So I just want you to be mindful of that. It's one of the nice things about doing these readings. So, oh, Gilda girl, if only it was sweet that he wants to spend time with me. He just wants me to make food. So for his birthday, Gregopedia's birthday is right after Christmas. And so like he's always gets cheesed out, he's like a Christmas baby. So, it's always like, people are getting together. There's Christmas parties. We can never have his birthday party. So I started hosting a brunch, a man brunch, for him and his closest guy friends. And so it basically is an all-day event where I just keep making food and keep feeding it to them, and they keep eating, and then they go out and they smoke cigars on the porch. And it's no gals allowed, like the kids are here, and sometimes like I'll have a girlfriend hang out in the kitchen, but I'm just barefoot in the kitchen the whole day. So oh no, you've got that at your house. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I hope he gets better soon. I hope we both get better soon. It really stinks. We had that in May. It was not fun. Let me see, what else do we have here? Oh, Such a Love is still here. That's great. Celtic Rune, having a drink for that sloppy shuffle. Everyone's hydrating. A01. Oh, okay. Will your ex finally leave you alone? Let me put these down, and we'll pull out the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's see. This is a spookier tarot. Will your ex finally leave you alone? Ah! So he is like a real tryhard. He still thinks that there's a chance. He still thinks that there's an opening there. That was very sexist of me. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. A101. So not willing to let go of what was in the past, but not having anything to bring to the table. There's nothing new there. There's no there's no effort that is different from what happened in the past. There's just really nothing, but still trying, not getting it that it's over. And also, you know, kind of is believing that you know, this is the match made in heaven. You know, this is who we are supposed to be with, you know. So let's see, heart of the matter. Let's, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Heart of the matter. Heart of the matter is time, rest and recovery. And then we have our Two of Wands in reverse. So, you know, this is a situation. I'm gonna pull some other cards, because you can't. This is a situation where you can't reason with this person. You're not going to be able to get on the phone and say, "Hey, listen, it's over." That message is not going to get through. So, and we're going to swap up the deck. I'm going to get a brighter deck for you. I don't know if I love this Deviant Moon tarot. I like it. I don't know if I love it. So we're going to put that on the side for now. We're going to bring up these bad boys. I just want to see what your next message was. Oh, Tarot Destiny. How are you, sweetie pie? So what do you need to do to shake off this dog with the bone? So focus on yourself and gear up your energy and your love toward your things, not toward this person. You can't be generous with this person. Our Six of Pentacles is our charity card. That's where we are trying to help someone through their troubles, or through they were help them through a troubling time, or trying to reason with them, or trying to counsel them. This is not a situation where you can do that. You need to direct all of your energy toward your own people. That will make you happy. And also it's going to clear up some things for you. So it will help you see beyond and I talk about the terrestrial all the time, beyond the terrestrial drama. These individuals that can't let go of relationships, won't let go of relationships, won't get out of the apartment, won't give the car keys back, won't give the dog back, whatever the situation is. These individuals, they really do ground us into the terrestrial so much that we can't really think outside of that. We can't get spiritual. Stepping away from this, reordering your energy toward moving forward toward your interests is going to really help you clear up and get some clarity, get some psychic clarity. The heartbreak of the end of the relationship is still some residual stuff with you. You're healing from it. You are well separated from it. There may be just a little bit of mop up. This other person is not going to evolve just yet. Unfortunately, they're going to have to replace you. So that, and it's really terrible. It's a terrible way to live. But they're going to have to replace you and get another focus. So that's one of the things. So I hate to say you do you, because it sounds so flip. But you tap into what's important to you. Take care of your parents, take care of your siblings, take care of your friends. If you have pets, if you have kids, focus on them. The cycle will come to a close, but that individual needs to do what they need to do on their end. You have very little control over what that individual is going to do. And I'm sorry to say that. We've all been in these situations where we have that dog with a bone that just won't go away. So, the best thing you can do is just turn your energies into the things that are important to you, and let them kind of fizzle out. That's really until they just understand that, um, the opportunity is just not there. Go search for HG Tutor on YouTube, and go watch some of his videos about narcissists and gaslighting, and how to defuse a narcissist. There's all kinds of things. This is a very narcissistic feeling individual. So we're going to go heart of the matter. Just watch out for sneaky behavior. That this is somebody who may want to creep around your doors, creep around your car, creep around your windows. Just be mindful that ring video doorbell is not a bad idea, something like that. Again, like you're going to have to be replaced before this one will start to peter out. So just be smart, be safe, keep an eye out. Your good people that are around you will support you through this, as long as you are directing that energy. So, and when I say directing the energy, not toward that individual. So that means not even talking about them. Like, I know that sounds really hard, especially like when you're kind of, looking around. I've been there. You really just have to, I'm sorry, I'm on the bouncy ball and I'm trying to get more comfortable. I've been sitting on it for 2 hours. So, when we, it's like that Candyman thing that if you say Candyman's name, he's going to appear, or Beetlejuice, say Beetlejuice, and he shows up. If you are thinking about that person, you're actually connecting with them with, like, you have to imagine like a, golden cord that's attaching you to them. And you have to actually cut that cord. So if you can meditate on that, meditate on protecting yourself. What I do before I do my readings is I breathe in, and I imagine that I have white light coming down, and then I breathe out like a big bubble around my house, a big bubble of white light around my neighbor's house. You can practice that. It's not as good as a ring light or, a 44, but yeah, one of them. But what it will do is create at least a psychic environment that is somewhat inhospitable. Hang on. I think my cold medicine finally wore off, guys. I think I might have to call it a night. Oh, best YouTube ever. What deck did everybody like? Oh, thank you, A. Thank you so much. All right, just reading some of the notes. Thank you, guys. Oh, everybody's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. We got that crazy Facebook user who's trying to steal my people. All right, well, there we go, guys. I'm starting to get glassy-eyed. I thought this was fun. I don't know if I missed anyone. If I did miss anybody, please email me at Fortune Cookies Tarot. I will certainly take care of it. But it is 8:15, so I can take some cold medicine that's going to put me to sleep. So I'm going to be home for a couple more days. We have a huge weekend of band and ROTC competition. So, and in between I have readings, and I'm going to be all over the place. So, this is crazy, but I think I'm on the short end of this cold. So, I know. I didn't lose any weight. I hate when I get colds and I don't lose any weight. I always like the cold where I lose weight. So thanks everybody for sticking with me through the 2 blackouts. I'm going to see if I can get that fixed. And I'm going to see if I can get the blocking fixed again on this too, so you don't have to look at my stand-up desk next to me. But I do have this nice thing, and I have my Fortune Cookies Tarot from Gilded Age Girl right up there. So I would like that in the shot as well. So we may just do like a little turn on this sucker. So everybody, I hope you have a great night. Everybody stay healthy, happy. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, do your sloppy shuffles. I'll see you guys later. Oh, I'll see you on Friday. Friday, Dueling Tarot's on my channel, so I'll put up the reminder presently. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.